Tonight's video documents a moment when a true crime creator finally stepped out of her lane, one time only, because she says her name and her friends were being dragged for months. What you're about to hear are first-hand accounts, emotions, and allegations from multiple former supporters, all saying the same thing: the pattern didn't start with them, and it didn't end with them. The live stream starts with Mal visibly anxious, insisting this is not her content, and that she's only speaking because she believes the situation crossed a line.
I do not come on here and do this. I have had my channel since 2018, and I have gone on about stuff like this one time. And if you know, you know. And that's it. Oh, who did that? Thank you, Lori. Oh, you're so sweet. But we've been dealing with this situation since October, November. And there comes a point where enough is enough. You can only poke the bear and push them so far. Not only has my name been dragged, but my friends, my best friends on this platform has been dragged. Unacceptable. You're not the victim. You cannot be the victim in every single thing, period. I kept getting a ton of people come to me, KK, I don't do drama. This is not a drama channel, not a Crama channel. I will address this one time only. This is the only, and I will repeat this. This is the only time I will talk about this. Her name will never be brought up again. It will be blocked in my chat to where if anybody even types the name, it will be blocked. It won't show up in my comments from here on out. I cannot do this anymore. They constantly come after people I care about, and
They explain how contact began and why they believe early interactions were manipulative, specifically describing love bombing as a red flag.
About this person, if it wasn't for them playing my video on their channel, I can't tell you how many people I had come to my channel and leave me comments. Oh my gosh, I found you. Finally, I found you. By the way, this girl is playing your video on her channel and she won't tell me who you are. I got at least 20 comments like that. So I went over to that channel, saw that she was playing my video, came in there, typed, oh my gosh, Crime Time with Mal is here. I love you so much. I can't believe you're here. Oh my gosh, y'all go see Crime Time with Mal. She's amazing. I've been watching her for so long, blah, blah, blah. Love bomb to the fullest. And let me tell y'all something. If you get somebody that constantly love bombs you, that is a major red flag and y'all need to listen to it.
Multiple speakers allege a pattern, selective storytelling, shifting standards, and calling others out for things they say Britney also does.
I'm a little pissed off because she's twisting things like we've never talked about a situation. It's Brittney only wants to share small pieces of things to fit a narrative, but there was so much in her live earlier that was hypocritical, where she's trying to call me and someone else out, and then she's sitting here talking about how they're digging into her former mods.
But when I saw her live today and her talking more about Shay, more about this other person that I'm not going to mention because she doesn't deserve, I love her and it's bullshit that she's even in this line of fire. It's bullshit that any of us are even in this. There's a reason why y'all constantly see people come and go from her channel. And it's not because everybody hates Britney. There's a reason. There's a common denominator. I just wish people would open their eyes and realize that nobody's out to get this person. As long as she can keep her mouth shut and stick to just true crime, that'd be great. Melissa Jade is doing this, or blah, blah, blah is doing this, or blah, blah, blah is talking about me. Okay, Britney, just stop. Nobody knows about it unless you bring it to the channel. So stop. Just don't talk about it. You're a true crime channel. If you don't want to be associated with Crama, don't talk about it. You're right, you're right, you're right. And then she go right back on live and start talking all about it.
This live stream repeatedly circles going real life accusations. Do not replay specifics, only the general claim and the denial, because details can cause harm.
She does not agree with that. Going real life, blah, blah, blah. She does it. She does it. She did it to Wolfie. She's done it to Shay. She wants to say that Shay shared her address with people. Guess what? I was there. I was there. No, Shay did not. Shay never shared anyone's address. Brittney gave Shay's address. You want to know why? Can I say it, Shay?
Oh, wait, you're saying, no, Brittney gave her address to Leslie.
Right, to buy her headphones that she never used.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Then Shay has sent her stuff also. Like, nobody has gone real life on her. Nobody.
I've not shared her address with the public or anything like that. I haven't made videos. I don't have
the picture of the house and the address. I'm like, it's a cute house.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything with it. I don't pay for a subscription to Truth Place or whatever, Finder, to know anything about her. I don't go real life on her. I haven't. I don't care. So to be accused of that, to say I'm going real life, and that to be threatened that, oh, you're being looked at, and I'm going to go real life on you now. Well, no.
Shay's key statement isn't the side stories, it's the accusation that Brittney told others a version that removed context, while conflict was happening behind the scenes.
Mal asked me, like, well, I got a call from Brittney on Friday. I'm like, really? She's like, who's Whoopi? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, so, you know, I thought we were going to work on our issues together. Like, she's calling people that don't even know Whoopi.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to explain the situation to Mal, and Mal's like, that's not the text messages she read to me. Like, she was leaving out the context of it and making it look very different. And then it's sad because, like, when we leave, we don't even get to say goodbye. And then what happens is you take the narrative in your hands to speak on our behalf and try to tell everyone what happened. We're not on the panel with you telling and talking together about it. So you are controlling the narrative, and it's usually a bunch of lies and stuff to make us look bad, and that's not fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
So really rich of you. Like, you want to be transparent, then you put everybody on the fucking panel and talk about it. Not you just telling everyone what you want them to know and hear.
This section is the most volatile, allegations of financial pressure and supporters doing unpaid labor. Presented as, they claim, and immediately pivot to commentary on creator ethics.
For a long time.
Yes, you have.
I found another place to kind of mosey off to and just kind of hang out, and I walked away from the whole thing because I saw the grift.
Yeah.
Firsthand. She got a monitor out of me. I saw Leslie send the headset. You know, I saw Leslie setting up the Discord and paying for the Discord, and her asking for help from people constantly.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm talking to her on the phone, she's telling people she can't pay her bills, but she's on the phone at the store letting her kids get $30 worth of junk food off the shelves.
Yeah, and buying cigarettes.
And buying smokes.
Yep.
I've heard her beg for money to fix her car. Someone offers to fix her car. Nope, she just ignores them.
Yep.
I just want the money.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I've kept my mouth shut for a long time. I'm not I don't get into this whole thing. But please.
So no, I don't do that anymore. I don't.
It's not always money
like that
either.
Anymore.
It's not always money either. It's not. It's helping her with content. It's
It's the
supporting
research.
her. It's the
time
research.
you put
It's
into it.
helping bring in subs. It's keeping her chat going.
Yeah.
You know, it's keeping her lives going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it certainly wasn't her husband that was doing it, and it wasn't really anybody else.
Mallerie reframes the conflict. She confirms being paid, but says money wasn't the point. She describes disrespect, ghosting, and a different story being told publicly.
Cared for Brittney way more than what she gives me credit for.
Mm-hmm.
I have everything over text message because I was not given the courtesy of a phone call from the moment I left till now. I have yet to get a phone call, and I have everything over text. Those text messages give a separate story than what is being the narrative that is put out. But for me, because I know that money is something that she focuses on, and it's something that I knew that if I ever said anything, even the slightest bit from the truth, that would be something that she grabbed onto. So I have been very, very truthful about that. And I can tell you guys, I'm not going to give you the exact amount of what I was given, but it was never a set amount. And it was I always had told her it was whatever you wanted to give me, but I want you to put you and your family first. That was always my thing. Just if you want to pay me with something, that's completely fine. I will accept it because I am doing work here. But that's the whole mindset of things was I getting paid for me helping her? Yes. Was it what she was getting? No.
They close by repeating the boundary. They don't hate her, they want to be left alone, and they want to get back to cases.
I'm done talking about this.
Amen.
So I am absolutely done. Go watch Brittney. Wish her growth. Yep, growth. That was a good one.
Yep.
And I wish her family well. I don't wish any ill will on her. I just want her to leave me alone. So y'all can hear this from me. I don't hate her. I want her to leave me alone. I'm not going for her. I don't look her up. I don't hate watch her. I don't care.
We don't talk shit about her. We just we just want to do true crime.
Lives. Yeah, like
I hate doing this stuff, but it had to be done. And like I said, this is the only time Brittney's name will be blocked. So if y'all even comment her name, the comment will not appear.
Is it just me and you?
Yeah, just me and you.
And Dusty from that one movie. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know.
He heard you and he goes, Scotty.
You know that movie? I don't even know the name of it. Remember it?
I don't remember the name of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Dusty the guitar player, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, see? All right, well, I'll get down and let you close your show, Mel.
All right, come by.
You're doing good. Just keep doing you, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. That's all you gotta do.
I miss you, so let's talk.
It was good.
Okay, we can.
Okay.
All right, later.
Thank you for being here. Bye.
You're welcome. All right, bye.
All right, y'all. I cannot thank y'all enough. I know I'm going to get dragged. I know this puts a huge target on my back, and that's fine. I'm fine with it. I spoke my truth. I can sleep at night. I have a huge weight lifted off my shoulders, and I'm sure a lot of y'all in chat do too. And like I said, everyone deserves a voice, and it's not okay what she's doing. And I hope she learns. I hope she grows, and I hope she does better, especially for her kids' sake. And I'll leave that at that. And I love y'all so very much. We've got some good cases coming up. I've got some cases planned, so I hope y'all are ready. And thank you more than anything for being here. Truly, I love y'all so much, and y'all are the best ever. So I hope y'all had an amazing night. Reach out to me if you need to, if you want to talk. My email address, crimetimewithmal@gmail.com.
Those were the key claims made in this live stream: narrative control, hypocrisy accusations, real-life allegation denials, and money support concerns, framed by multiple people as a repeating pattern. I'm not replaying the full stream because the point here is analysis, not amplification. Next, we'll compare how these themes show up across other moments, without doxing, without harassment, and with receipts-based standards. This video covers key statements made on a November 26, 2025 panel discussing Britney. I'm summarizing what the speakers claim and why those claims matter. This is commentary and critique. I'm not asserting any allegation as fact, and I'm avoiding personal information and harmful details. They say a prior clip of Britney was shown without enough context, and that the missing portion changed what viewers thought she meant.
I am still waiting on Melissa to get here, but hello, this is not going to be my usual type of love. And, you know, there's a reason why when things have happened, I haven't addressed it on my channel, because I feel like I'm afraid that it won't reach who it needs to reach. Actually, I need to share it really quick on my main channel. While we're waiting on Melissa, let me go ahead and do that. But, you know, there's a situation happening. My name has been spoken a few times, Melissa's as well, and I'm just not happy with it. And I wanted to, oh, here's our girl. Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully you can hear me okay, because I didn't bring my mic.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. I was going to say ho, 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 but it was the wrong holiday.
No, I was just saying, you know, there's a reason why usually if things happen, we don't address it on our own channels, because it won't reach the people, you know, where you want it to reach. I'm going to share this, but yeah.
Well, and I think, like, you know, not a big deal, nothing crazy, but like we just want to be able to speak real quick and address it on a panel, because it's really hard sometimes to do in a chat.
Yeah, extremely hard. And on someone else's panel too, because the first part of this I did address on Jones's panel, the first part we're going to listen to. But, you know, honestly, it's not really fair for her to be in the middle of it. Number one, she was mentioned, so that's why I felt okay to do that.
Yeah.
But, and I want to be able to show what we play, because had we went on and played a little bit more than what we played on Jones's the night I was there, Britney clarified her point, so it would have happened.
Yeah. Well, and that's what, you know, I wasn't there in real time. I was watching on the replay, but I was like, oh no, because I saw so many people, one, saying it just never happened, but two, the full portion wasn't played, which wasn't, you know, anyone's fault. You know, like that's what also is frustrating in real time when you kind of just jump up and you're not prepared. Right. You don't have all the timestamps, but if it was just played a little bit further, Britney would go on to say the exact thing that you had claimed that she had said to begin with.
Right. And dude, like the chat was gaslighting me big time, you know?
Yes. Then it, it goes from, she never said it at all, I was there the whole time, to, well, that's not how she meant it, which to be fair, like only that first portion being played is what I think a big problem was, not intentionally, but that's why full context matters, because it circles back around and she reiterates why she thinks Jones essentially isn't cool with her, or won't let it be known she's cool with her, which is our fault apparently.
Their main issue isn't just interpretation. They repeatedly frame it as a pattern of selective framing and denial.
Pause it, please.
That does not make me.
Okay. Because now I haven't watched this, but I do know, because I saw the clip, that you also use that as the example that I had mentioned. If you're going to refer to the incident in question, please make sure you include full context, because it was not just the Vietnamese mailman. You are leaving out the slur you used to describe your daughter's eyes. Now, with that being said, I'm not sitting here going on a rampage. Brittney's racist. I don't think you're ignorant, but here's the bigger issue I have with it. It's the lying, and there was a long portion where immediately, actually, seconds after you said it, you denied saying it. Have those clips too. What kind of eyes did my daughter have? I never said she had any kind of eyes, right? That's the bigger issue I personally take with it, is it's the lying. But if you're going to at least refer to, she's not in this clip, but she will eventually say, Melissa, you want to use the Vietnamese mailman example. Do not leave out the other half. You said your daughter has slur eyes. Insert slur here. Okay, right. So make sure you include the full context. And two things can exist at the same time. Two things can be true at the same time. There are people going way too hard on you, a complete gang mentality, crossing the line, taking two things too far, 100%. And I watch you lie effortlessly. And I watch you manipulate effortlessly. And I watch you claim, I'm just responding. No, you hadn't. When your opportunity was prime, when it was about Lauren Matthias, when it was about hidden true crime. And I watched and I sat there and I said, is she going to take this moment, right? You can't claim you're just responding if the entire community is now focused on hidden true crime day after day. There was an entire week where nobody was really paying attention to her at all. You want to know who did daily streams about drama, poking? That was you. So this is no longer about, they get mad if I respond. You're not responding, hon. You are straight up engaging. You are engaging.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sorry, but when she's constantly poking, she's constantly reviewing stuff she doesn't need to, something happens that doesn't involve her, even this right here, poking at us, but then crying and complaining that, you're the biggest victim of all time and people just want to leave you alone. I just want to go back to true crime. Do you? Because every time you do true crime, you fall asleep.
Sleeping. And if we say something and you want to respond to what we say, that's fair. Who am I to say that, hey, I'm allowed to comment in the chat, but you can't mention my comment? No, of course you can. But if you're going to say something in that response that isn't true, then I'm going to correct it. I'm not outraged that how dare you speak my name. I'll be outraged that you dare to lie, though. You try to manipulate more, and then I'll go to correct that. But it's just...
They discuss racism allegations and examples. This is where you must avoid repeating slurs or derogatory nicknames, summarize the claim, and move on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, here we go.
And I can tell you, recording my kids' background noise, accusing me of being a sorry mom, accusing me of not feeding my kids, putting all this foul shit out about me, that come from Britney. She's the origin of that. She's the first to dox out my address. She's the one that told the whole community that I signed my rights over to my kid. Lied through her teeth. There's, instead of saying Britney's so evil for signing the injunction and Granny's got every right to feel the way she does, because that's what y'all say. How about actually look into why I signed it?
Exactly.
How about go look at her channel right now. Go look at what she's talking about in the last 6 months, reality. It's me every day.
Yeah, but she says that you're obsessed with her, and that's a lie.
Yeah, and they sit there and go along with it. The people over there that support Granny, she sure does. She talks about you every day. No, fuck, I don't.
No, she don't.
I don't. I don't hate Joneson.
You gotta have your name in her conversation every day.
I don't dislike Joneson. I don't want an enemy with Joneson. But I can certainly tell you she's not my friend by any means. None of them are. And I can tell you another thing too. Pearl, I am not a racist. I don't care how many times y'all say it. It don't make it true. You can't cough up one example. And if you use my Vietnamese mailman for the love of God.
Pause it, please.
That does not make me.
Okay. Because now I haven't watched this, but I do know, because I saw the clip, that you also use that as the example that I had mentioned. If you're going to refer to the incident in question, please make sure you include full context, because it was not just the Vietnamese mailman. You are leaving out the slur you used to describe your daughter's eyes. Now, with that being said, I'm not sitting here going on a rampage. Brittney's racist. I don't think you're ignorant, but here's the bigger issue I have with it. It's the lying, and there was a long portion where immediately, actually, seconds after you said it, you denied saying it. Have those clips too. What kind of eyes did my daughter have? I never said she had any kind of eyes, right? That's the bigger issue I personally take with it, is it's the lying. But if you're going to at least refer to, she's not in this clip, but she will eventually say, Melissa, you want to use the Vietnamese mailman example. Do not leave out the other half. You said your daughter has slur eyes. Insert slur here. Okay, right. So make sure you include the full context.
That don't use my Vietnamese mailman for the love of God is straight up manipulation. That is just, you're mentioning one part and not leaving out the other. And
a repeated theme. They allege Britney attributes others' opinions to friends in the ear, instead of accepting independent disagreement.
Either us or she later tries to twist it and make it because of someone else. Regardless, it's the same thing as when like her and I stopped being friends because we had this long conversation. We talked about it on panel, even with her, where I gave, a list of things that she was doing. Like I couldn't support it. She had a true crime channel. I was sharing her channel. I just felt a certain way about some of the things and other things that were happening. And do you know what she told me? It's easier to go along with the mean girls, isn't it, Alex? It's like she simply cannot understand that sometimes people just come to their own conclusions using their own damn brain, And
that's something that the public isn't going to see. And that is true. Our personal prior relationship with Brittney is absolutely are going to help form our viewpoint of her, our, opinion of her. But that is something that most people won't realize is that, more so our feelings are the way we are, because we have seen this going back to before she had a channel. A large portion of every relationship lost initially was because of that right there, not listening when her friends would communicate their own feelings to her. Instead, you're just siding up with Melissa. Melissa's getting in your ear, or you're just going along with the mean girls, because it was, again, out of the realm of possibilities, unconscionable that you may have an opinion of your own or may not agree with something she's doing. Because if you speak up,
like I said, I have days where I'm mad at her, and then I have days where I'm like, I love this bitch, like it's just up and down with Jonesing that I have. And I think, for her, it pretty much feels the same way. But I'm not going to treat her less. You know what I mean? That's the difference. I'm not going to, if I like you or, I'm going to treat you kindly, and I'm not going to care what other people say about it or think. Okay. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to be honest with you. I think that's what a lot of it is. I think, and Johnson, I could be wrong, but this is just how I feel. I think in regards to myself and in regards to Center, I think that your friends don't like us, and therefore you kind of feel like, look, okay, why do you keep interference?
They pivot into creator ethics, reacting to others' work, linking sources, and what transformative actually means.
Like, you were infamous when you were doing true crime. And when I say true crime, I'm talking about playing someone else's content. There's a creator in this chat right now that after they dropped a very hard worked for video, immediately after you went and you played that work, and you were asked, are you going to drop the link? Are you going to at least drop their link? Okay. But would it be better if she fell asleep straight through it and just allowed it to play without any commentary? Is that how you prefer to do things? If you're going to call someone out for it, make sure you're not doing those exact behaviors.
Yes. Oh, I remember that actually. And since Amber commented,
I don't want to meme her. I remember the moment because pre-records and live streams are very different. It takes a lot of work for pre-record. And I won't say it won't take a lot of work for live streams. I'm just saying it's a different type of work, but it takes a lot to really dedicate the time and gather the clips and the information and facts. Like, make sure your facts are correct and drop a video like that, because it's really easy to react to someone else's work. That's the truth. It's extremely easy. You didn't have to do any of the research, but it is really messed up to instantly, right after they drop it, prevent people from going over to their channel to watch it. So they get the views, they get the credit, they get everything. And you play it on your channel in real time, and you don't even so much as drop their link.
Right. And those documentaries are so long. They're so detailed. So much work goes, not even just to the editing, like even the research phase. There's so much that goes into it. Like, you would think, number one, you drop the link nonstop. But number two, couldn't you wait a day or so? I mean, damn.
Let them go generate the views. If you're going to play something, play it in a portion and then say, please make sure you go check it out on this person's channel, watch it in full, give them the views, but yeah, again, it's just
years or months of research.
Yeah. And, you are also a mom. To find that time to be able to do that, because I hear her say it all the time, well, that's your income, that's your work, that's your passion. And I don't want to minimize it because it's a pre-record, because I could argue that it takes a lot more to do the pre-records.
Right. Absolutely. And then, like you said, reacting to a video is just watching it. I mean, all of us can watch something and say what we think about it. Yeah, which is not fair use, by the way.
No, music is not fair use. And saying, wow, what do you guys think about that? Yeah. Wow. That's not, you have to add value. And yes, Google and YouTube don't necessarily define what exactly the value is, but if you went to the copyright board, that is not transforming it. It is not.
Bushi, we're just responding to some stuff really quick, but exactly, you have to add value. And what do y'all think? Or, oh my God, it's not that.
What do y'all think about that?
Snoring is not commentary.
No, neither is snoring.
She would fight fair use, and I don't have time to do copyright court. Right. I have 2 kids under 5. So a lot of people just go whatever and give up. They don't want to fight it.
But creator etiquette, it's, if you're going to call someone else out, make sure, your own shoes aren't filthy.
This is the most important part if you're building a Why This Matters segment. They claim she threatened to bring private off-platform info into public.
So you can go into these chats and you can talk about me. Okay, so this lab is called Midnight Madness. It's on her channel. It happened November 23rd. She is reviewing where I go up on Joneson's. Okay. Johnson. I'm just saying, you don't know what he's going through. I saw your comment where Johnson was just saying, come easy on her, what she's going through. You never know, what she's dealing with, and she was just being really reasonable, because I think people forget that on this platform. You don't know what somebody's going through in their life. You don't see you don't see the whole thing. You don't know what people's struggles are. And don't like be so judgmental, because, maybe there's some things that she can't. And Kelly immediately in chat says, no, I don't believe that. She can tell him to get out. She needs to do her true crime. But that's just disrespectful. And she didn't have no problem telling him about himself when it came to the girls on TikTok. Well, I'm glad that you're all in my business, and you have so much to say about our relationship and what I should or should not say to him. I mean, should I talk about you and your kid's dad? Are you going to tell me? I think it's the same grace that, that you should have your own opinion and you're allowed to voice your opinion. Then I should have that same grace too, right? First of all, let's start at the beginning. What I said in Jenden's chat, the comment was something, because people were saying, she should just tell him to stay out of the background of her lives. That would help so much. And people were like, well, maybe she's scared of him. And personally, I think that's unfair anyways, to act like he's a monster when she's still there. We don't know the truth. It's just.
And she says he isn't.
Exactly. And all I simply said was, well, she wasn't that scared the other night on TikTok with that situation on TikTok. That was from people playing it on YouTube. That's not me all up in your business. That's you caught him talking to girls, or girls were going in his chat on TikTok, and you go in the room and you're like, oh, I'm packing my bags or whatever. Like she yells. So I was just saying, hey, she's not always scared. Like, I don't think she's scared to push back on him. Second of all, I mean, again, this is part of conversation on YouTube because of you. If you didn't have him in the background saying God knows all kinds of crazy shit about his dick, about having sex during true crime labs, about all kinds of shit, anything and everything, how drunk he is, about working out, hell, about hitting teachers. Because who can't get who do the problems wrong, or whatever the fuck, who sent home a paper with a problem that wasn't solvable or something like that. Yeah, I think it's fair to say if he wasn't in the background, you wouldn't get criticism. That's because of you. But let's go over now to the threat you did to me. No one is in the background of my live streams. No kids, no people, no baby daddies, nothing. And also, let's remember, I don't know you. Remember what you said? You don't know me. We haven't been friends for 2 years. Dude, 2 years ago, where I was at with one of my baby daddies is totally different than where I'm at now. Is it not, Melissa?
Yes.
She would not have a clue about anything. She don't know shit, and he's not on YouTube. So are you threatening to go real life on me and drag my family into this? Because people comment on what you put on your fucking YouTube channel? Bitch, I goddamn dare you. I dare you.
And that's the problem.
They say kids shouldn't be discussed, but argue Britney should prevent background exposure if it keeps being clipped.
You cannot. This is the internet, okay? It doesn't make it fair. It doesn't make it okay. But what you need to acknowledge and accept is the internet's going to do what the internet's going to do. Now, when you are streaming, what you are streaming is fair game for the internet to you. You are putting it publicly out there. That includes what people are saying in the background. Okay, there's a difference between a little slip here or there, right? And this is a daily occurrence. You taking that and taking something that somebody is commenting on from what they publicly heard on your own channel, you put it out there, and then threatening them with their private life when they make the decision not to have that. There's a clear line of demarcation between professional, online, and private and personal. And that is not okay. And you cannot get mad. That's again, here we are again, where I'm watching what you're saying, yet I'm looking at your behaviors and they do not match up. I do not like the manipulation of I'm this mom, right? And this is my job, but I still got a mom. Majority of us are here. Yet you are the only one who seems to have an issue with making sure, keep the children off, keep the hubby, unless you want to. If you want to, that's okay too. But if you put them on there, people are going to dissect even more now. They have magnifying glasses. They're going to dissect it. So make the decision, in my opinion, to work around the same way. If this is your job, this is your income, okay, no disrespect. But the same way you cannot bring your child into an accounting job, the same way you can't bring your child if you were a teacher, you need to take it seriously and keep it separated and stream when that can't be used. But you can't get mad and be like, oh, well, how dare your ears listen when you're watching my streams?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're okay with the shit that people are weaponizing. We are not. We have spoken up about that. But again, why don't you care enough to, you know what? I'm going to stream only when the kids are at school, or I'm going to make sure it's after bedtime. You're going to do what you have to do, like the majority of us do, and keep that separation. But you don't. But you can't get mad that people are listening or seeing as they're watching your stream. You put out that. You put that out.
Never.
She's become desensitized to the point where do you not realize how fucked up that is? Maybe because everyone's doing it towards you, which okay, doesn't make it okay. But how many times have we learned and how long ago 2 wrongs don't make a right? Just because it's done to you by someone else doesn't make it okay for you to do it to someone.
Right.
Control what you're putting out on your platform. If you do not want your children to be used, and again, I don't support them being used, but the internet's going to do what the internet's going to do. Make sure that they can't be used. If you don't want things with Craig to be clipped and used, make sure they can't be. Work around. You have the time. You have the availability. Do it.
Absolutely. I agree. And I'm right there with you. I don't support going at the kids. I don't support even talking about them. Hell, when I responded to her on Jay's panel, I said plain as day, and plenty of people were there who have joined in on these conversations, right? I don't support that. They are precious kids. They don't deserve to be.
They can't give consent, leave them out of it.
Right.
Not their fault. Yeah.
And they, it's not their fault that they aren't kept out of the background and stuff, right? But don't you dare threaten me like that.
They allege litigation was used, then criticized follow-through and continued engagement.
Yep. Here's the difference. You filed in court litigation against these people. You filed petitions and injunctions to say, leave me alone. I just want to be left alone.
Yep.
So that's one thing I want to say right then and there. And I know you paused, so you have something to say, but the difference is nobody else is going to court saying, get Brittney to leave me alone, and then just keep going. But you have filed against numerous people.
Yep.
And you, the same people you sent the cease and desist to, the same people you failed to appear in court to, the same people that you failed in general in court with the injunction, you speak on them. So yeah, again, you're way past just responding. You are engaging, and at points you are instigating. Because I've seen you cover things that don't even directly have anything to do with you. It's not about reacting or responding. You are, this is not juicy. Within an hour of something going down, you have your life fucking scheduled.
Yep, exactly. And I don't even remember what I was going to say because the court thing and Jay, no, don't be sorry. I love talking with you and hearing from you, and I want you to speak. But this just got me my attention, the court thing. Yes, she took action. She fucking filed protection orders on someone and didn't even show up on time.
And lied about that, Allie.
Wait, she missed the first one, actually. And then, lied about it. And I'm sorry, but that was just complete bullshit.
Paranormal and the whole town and everyone's out to get her, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the town's fault and the judge's fault and the person who helped me fill out the paper's fault and everybody else's fault except for mine. It couldn't be that. Let's be clear here. And I'm not saying, I have said, even when I would guest over on Jay's panel, I do disagree with going at the kids and talking about the kids and all that stuff. But let's not pretend like you didn't start it first with Clue over and over and over. Because even Johnson has said that, which is how I know, because she's talked about it and played, many times Brittney was talking shit and Clue was saying, stop, you better stop.
Yes. And I didn't know that. And I, again, this is my personal feelings. I don't fuck with Clue. I don't like what she does. She's nasty to me. And I think she's very vile when it comes to Brittney. My personal opinion. But I didn't know that history and I didn't watch all of that, but I did watch a video and I don't recall where it was, but it was like a almost 30-minute video of back when the coverage was happening, Idaho coverage, and then Sebastian and the context of who started speaking on who. And I was shocked to find out, no, yeah, you're right. It was Brittney who kept sitting there and just poking, and I didn't realize that.
Right, and it's not new, like the not showing up on time and all that. Think about with Granny, both with the cease and desist where Granny filed that and the injunction, the responses weren't on time. They were never when they were supposed to be. Like when things were due with the court, it was either last minute or not on time. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you are in fear for your life and your family's safety, which somebody driving by my house and sending it to creators or whatever, I might feel some type of way too. I can guarantee you my ass would have been there on time if I felt the need to bring it to time.
And absolutely. It's the lying. It's the acting as if your intelligence may be at a certain level. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful when I say this, but for you to expect everyone else to believe your lie and manipulation and gaslighting because you're not smart enough to see how fucking obvious it is of a lie, that's not our fault. You had every excuse in the book. And of course, congratulations, you're surrounded by people who will not tell you the truth. That is what you wanted. One by one, you have lost. And you like to joke, right? They say I have over 150 former mods. You do. Do you need to see the video again? You absolutely do. And they left one by one because each individual one of those mods have a story because they weren't just mods. Those original 150 all believed they were your friend. And at one point or another, they tried to guide you. They tried to be like, Brittney, you're falling into the drama, whatever it may have been. There's different scenarios for each set that had left until they realized, wow, this is a very one-sided relationship. They're giving, and you take, and you take, and you take. And then you realize, wow, she's saying one thing, yet her behavior and her actions are completely opposite. And that is why I struggle with sympathy with you. I do have it in certain standards, but at other points, you say you want it to stop. You say you want to be left alone. You say you're in fear. And to a degree, I believe that. But then your action screams someone who doesn't give a fuck.
They claim money patterns and transparency issues are long-standing and urge viewers not to overfund creators.
Where my child's life was being threatened, they were being impacted, I wouldn't work there anymore. I'd find a new job. And when I say that, I'm not saying she has to leave. Calm down, people. What I'm saying, though, is, geez, you don't have to leave, but at least take some steps to prevent this. Close that door, bolt it up, do what you can.
Absolutely.
And I know she loves her kids. I know I could say that confident. I know she loves her kids. But come on, Britt, just do a couple. You can't control everyone else, but you can do some things that will help. I truly believe that.
It's bullshit because we have, speaking of the kids, so passionately defended them, and I still would. And not for you, Brittney, and not to say that we did, but because they're precious and they're sweet boys and they don't deserve that. And it's not their fault that some of the things they say or whatever might be out on the internet and they're
forever going to live on the internet. These moments, they're recorded. They can't give consent. It's, in my opinion, it should not be on the internet.
Yeah, and it's not their fault, and it's really sad. And I would, like I said, I would never. I stand up for them because they deserve it, and people need to leave them the fuck alone. And I've said clearly, Melissa, and I even went up to talk about the timeline with everything with Granny's watching, and we also talked, then very clearly about the kids and how they shouldn't be used. So, whatever.
Well, and also, if you're going to grift, but you earn more than most full-time workers out working 40 hours a week that's fucked up. It's fucked up.
It is.
So please protect your wallets and do not really other than if you want to do a super chat or whatever, that's fine. Membership's a great way to support the channel. No problem. But you shouldn't be funding someone's legal battle on YouTube. That's just my opinion. It's our responsibility, but you shouldn't have to continuously dish out funds on that level to creators. It's just, a tip, great, a view, a like, but any creator continuously asking and they earn more than probably you do full time and you're on disability or something like that. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Well, I've seen comments where people say, I'll membership, not necessarily her, just all over YouTube,
Everywhere.
but with her too. But like, I'll membership when I get my Social Security and stuff. And it's just so sad. And to think about somebody giving $1,500 at a time or something to help this mom protect her kids. And that's it's messed up. So I'm with Melissa. Protect your wallets, and that's for with every creator, including us, all of them.
Every creator.
All I know is here's my thoughts with that, and I'll leave it at this. I won't keep it too long. I know you want to watch Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. I'm so
but there was a lot of money taken up, and there is no way cease and desist cost that much. Is there something else in the works? There's damn well better be, because
that's every litigation cost. What the fuck does that mean? And that anything further is going to cost more money. Again, not everyone is stupid, okay? And there's something seriously wrong with this income versus what's been produced.
Yeah, and I just don't like that. I think it's and I get like something could be happening, but we're in November 26th. This was like during the summer. Okay. It's very reminiscent of a situation I saw a few years ago where all this money was taken up to get an attorney, to get people to stop, and nothing ever happened. So, I mean, at what point is it like, okay, it's been long enough now and nothing's happened. Where is all that fucking money? Because that's a lot of money. So,
and Brittney, just to leave it with this, just please help yourself. And if you feel like you're falling asleep, mute. Don't lie about it. Just own it. This, like, I swear I'd respect it so much more if, I'm totally passing out, It's the lying that gets you into mute if you feel like there's background noise or people talking that you don't want to be picked up. You can't anticipate what they're going to say, right? Just do these certain little things, and I promise it'll help. Will it cure it? No. But you can help your situation, and you can alleviate some of that weight, not all of it.
Their closing thesis: if Britney wants drama, own it. They say the anger comes from the mismatch between claims and behavior.
Okay, my parting words to MJ, me.
What?
My parting words to BJ: if you want to do drama, just fucking do it already, okay? But just stop doing it while claiming to be. Again, she is a victim in some ways, but just stop with the whole victim act. Like, I'm responding, just full on own it. And I don't think people would be as angry. I think it's when you do all this shit and then claim like, I'm just responding, like I wanted to stop. You don't. I think you want certain things to stop, but you love this. You thrive in it. It was part of the reason our relationship fell out. This granny shit goes back all the way before you even had allegedly with Brittney J. So just own it. Just own it already, and you'll be much better. That's it.
The panel's core claims were consistent: selective context, alleged lying, manipulation, a pattern of blaming others' opinions on friends, blurred lines between public content and private life, and ongoing disputes around money and accountability. I'm not replaying everything. This is a curated, transformative summary for critique. Alright, that's the core of what mattered from both panels. Across both discussions, the through line wasn't one clip or one comment. It was the same pattern being argued over and over, context being contested, credibility and accountability being questioned, and boundaries being pushed between what's public commentary and what should never be dragged into real life. To be clear, I'm not presenting any of this as proven fact. I'm documenting what was said, why people reacted, and what the stated concerns were. I'm also intentionally not amplifying slurs, private information, or anything involving minors. If you take anything from this, let it be this: online conflict doesn't justify escalating into harm. Criticism should stay on the content, receipts should stay on the record, and anyone asking for support should be held to transparency and basic creator ethics. Thanks for watching. If you've got thoughts, keep it respectful, keep it factual, and keep it on the public behavior, not the private lives.